Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge University Girls in the Peach Colorado State, baby. I thought I cleaned that off. That better? All right, so a lot of stuff going on today. So went to the transmission, went to Viking Hoses after I called them this morning. I called and I said, hey, look, can y'all make me some power steering lines? Oh, yeah, we can make you some power steering lines. Yeah, we can make you some power steering lines. That's all right. So I left, went to Viking Hoses. I go in there. I take my little templates with me. That I made. I pre-bent some templates. I took these hoses with me. I said it needs to go from these ends. What's up, Angie? I said it needs to go from these ends to 6A in. Oh yeah, we can't do those. What? We can't do those. You can't do what? That's automotive. I said, yeah, we don't do automotive ends. We do everything else. I said, but I called up here before I drove an hour to see if y'all can make me some lines. Yeah. I said, can you make some power steering pump lines? Yeah, we can make them for skid steers, bulldozers, and stuff like that. Well, we don't do automotive. These are automotive ends. Okay. But we can do the -6AN, we can do those. Yeah, but that ain't gonna do me no good. If you can't make this end, don't do me no good. So with that being said, I left, came back, been working, just trying to get my thoughts. Got the speedo gear in, got the power line, got the power wire run for the battery, got just tidying up a bunch of loose ends, right? And then I was talking to Mike, WTF Mike. We were talking, and he told me what these were. So then I found them online. I found this thread pitch. Hold on a second. I forgot to turn off Wi-Fi calling. Anyways, and we lost 70 people. What's up, Tulu? What's up, Roger? What's up, Gary? What's up, Angie? So between Mike and myself, figured out what these ends were. So the ones that I found on Amazon, they go from this like IPH something, -18 and -12, which is a straight, this is called a straight parallel thread. So found these fittings that goes from this to 6AN. So I got to tell the client to order those. And then we got to get some A&N lines for high pressure so we can replace this and that, because on this pump, that is a 6AN, and that right down there is a IMP -18, which is a weird fitting with a nylon crush washer seal. So we got that figured out. I made an appointment with the exhaust shop December 8th. Now y'all gonna probably say you're supposed to have this thing done on the 1st. Yes, I'm supposed to have it done on the 1st. He's not going on his adventure until later on in the month, but I need to drive this joker. So we got to get these ordered. We got to get these ordered that go from this -18 straight parallel thread pitch to a 6AN, and they make them. Speedway Motors has them. They got them. Then I have to get high pressure A&N fittings to high pressure hose ends, which they got it. I seen that ICP already has one pre-made. So we got that. So that's that. Now, here's something else we're gonna do. So what we're gonna make right now is, I'm thinking about putting some dimple holes in this. Do y'all think I ought to put some dimples in this? So let me tell you what I've got to do. So the fuel pump lines, the fuel pump lines run down the passenger side of the car behind the rocker, okay? They run there, right? So you got 3/8 line running to the tank and 3/8 line running from the tank. So you got 3/8 and 3/8. You got a wad of hose. You got 2 hoses, right? So the factory clips that held the fuel line held the metal line, which was 5/16 lines, and it was a metal clip. Well, those metal clips will not hold 2 3/8 high pressure fuel injection hoses. So if I put a screw grommet, like a little clip, and screw it into the bottom of the rocker, the lip, the pinch weld, I can only hold one fuel line. And I need to hold both. So what I've done is I've zip tied them together, and where the fuel pump, where the post filter's at, I have the clamp on it, and it's bolted to the bottom of the floor pan. So that's holding it up, but everything else is drooping. It's got the droop. What's up, cars? It's got the droop. So I've been thinking about it for a little bit and trying to figure out, I need to secure that section of hose. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I was going to say, well, I could shear some metal, I could drill some holes in it, and I could make some loop clamps, and I could put it in there, and I could drill a hole in the bottom or the rocker. I can put some self-tapping metal screws. So I could literally just take some metal, shear it in some strips, cut it to length, roll it, and then wrap it around, make my own hose loops, right? So that's what I was thinking about doing. I was like, well, if I do that, the fuel line will be tucked up, but it'll still be close to it'll still be close, it'll be behind the rocker, and I'm gonna show it to you. It'll be behind the rocker, but you don't have that much room. So what I'm thinking is there's a 2-foot section. So what I'm thinking about doing is bending this piece of 18 gauge, bending it on 90-degree angle, right? And making a trim piece that I could push up there, and then this 1-inch lip could run self-tapping screws with washers into the back side of the rocker and screw it to the rocker. This piece right here would fold down and will put pressure up, and then the fuel lines will be right here. So that's what I'm thinking. And then I was thinking about taking the drop pieces of the Dynomat and putting the drop pieces of Dynomat on this, so the rubber hoses, the fuel injection hoses, are not rubbing on metal. They got something to rub on the insulated. So I was thinking about putting some dimple dies in here, but then I said, no, that's going to kind of defeat the purpose of what I want to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this at 90, and then we're going to get up underneath there, and I'm going to show you Yeah, we gotta secure those hoses. So that's where I'm at on that. So. And again, this might not work. Might get this underneath there and it looked like cobbled up shit. I mean, I don't know. So we're gonna break it at 3 inches. Well, we're gonna break it at an inch. We're gonna break it at 1 inch. So it probably help if I lock the daggone handle in it. I'm gonna need both hands. So this is what I'm thinking. Something like this. And we might I'm just thinking. Oh, you son of a... For some reason it ain't grabbing all the way. Might have to adjust the knives. Oh, I see what it did. It pulled it out. There we go. What's up, big fish? So let me show you what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. Let me show you what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking, you see the hose? See, it had these little clips. See these little clips? Hold on. See that little clip right there? There's little clips that held the fuel line when it was metal. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking this and putting that up there like that. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking taking this, putting that up there like that. Like that. And securing the fuel line to the bottom of the car like that. That's what I'm thinking. And then it's secured from the road and the elements. That's what I'm thinking. And just do short sections. Do this section here, do another small section there, and do another small section there, and then leave the fuel filter out where you can, you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. So let's get a screwdriver and get that out. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? JG BMW does this with a fuel filter. Oh, well, there you go. Well, I guess that kind of confirmed what I was in my brain. I guess that kind of confirms what I was thinking. Confirm what I was thinking. Boy, that screws in there pretty good. Okay. See, that was the clip that was holding the fuel line, the metal fuel line. Well, I can't use that no more. So what I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking. So it'd be easier for me to go over here and it'd be easier for me to pre-drill some holes in this versus trying to run a sheet screw through all of it at one time. So we're just gonna do it over here. We're not gonna measure it out. We just gonna eyeball it. We ain't measuring it out. We're just gonna split the difference and we're just gonna eyeball it. Like I said, we're just gonna make this cover, and then we'll make a smaller one. We'll measure the next section. We'll make a short one, then we'll make another one. We probably don't need the washers. Son of a gun. We're making a fuel line cover, Henry. Oh yeah. Well, when you call him, Gary, tell him I sent you. Now see now the fuel lines is protected. That worked out good. And I kind of broke the lip up here. So if anybody was underneath here, the sharp edge is pointing up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I asked to speak to the owner and tell him I sent you. All right, now let's make another section. Now I've been thinking about this for a couple days. I kind of didn't know how I wanted to do it. So, like I said, I've been contemplating it on it for a minute. We'll take this tape measure right here, and we'll go from there. I think that'll work. All right, so let's slide down a little bit. Let's slide down a little bit, and let's make it the next one. Now the next one, yeah, right here. Yeah, see that? Now the fuel line's is protected. Well, that screen dirty as hell, ain't it? I'm gonna try to stand y'all up right there. Oh, there's my stand. Hold on. Yeah. All right, let me let y'all live with me. There's the seat belt. There's the damn washers for the seat belt. All right, now we're gonna do this next section. So it's gonna be a little shorter. It's gonna be a little bit shorter. I'm gonna be honest with you, it probably wouldn't hurt. No, that's why I made it long so I could tuck it up underneath there. All right, so we're gonna make this section. Just not a lot of room, man. It's not a lot of room. Just not a lot of room. I mean, even if I shorten the hose, it's still, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So this section right here is going to be 12-inch piece. We'll just make it 11.5. And if we put that up there like that, I don't know. We could cut these zip ties loose and take some of this slack out, and we could shorten the fuel line to the pump. We could take a few inches out of it to tighten that up, but I need it to go up like that. I didn't have no other place to put it. I mean, I didn't have no other way to put, nowhere else to put it. So let's just go make a piece. Let's just go make a piece. We'll go make one 12 inches long. I just didn't have nowhere else to put the fuel line. Had no other place to put it. Who's in here? Mac. So I'm gonna go 4. So like we're just trying to make. We're gonna go 4 and 12. So I can't take y'all to the back. Yeah, that's where the factory fuel line. That's where the factory fuel line was at. But you know, it was that metal line, and it was one line. And we've run 2 3/8 hoses for fuel injection. So I just took the clip. I took the clips off, but the clips only held 3 only held 5/16 fuel line, hard line. I got 2 3/8. I got 2 3/8 fuel lines, and that just didn't work. Yeah, it would be nice if it was the other way. Let me cut this down. I'll be right quick. Oh yeah, it would be nice if it would go the other way. I tried to use the tube. I tried to use the tube clamps, and I was even going to make some clamps to hold both 3/8 lines, but there's not enough room. I could secure one with a tube clamp, but I didn't have enough room to put another tube clamp, and I'd have to zip tie the first hose to the second hose, and the hose is still going to be exposed, and this car is pretty low to the ground. So I don't know. This might not work. I mean, it might. I mean, the first piece looked good. First piece looked good. So I don't know. It's tight the way the floor. Yeah, you really don't have. I mean, ideally, we could have probably run down the frame rail, right? We could have run down the frame rail and clamped it to the frame rail and then run all the way back. But you can't do that because that's where the exhaust is going to run. I got an appointment on the 8th of December to go to the exhaust shop. That's where the exhaust runs on an X frame. This car has an X chassis. So the exhaust has got to run down the frame rail. So if I put the fuel line on the frame rail, the fuel line and the exhaust can't run in the same spot. So it's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. I need to adjust the knives. I need to adjust the knives on my daggone brake. All right, let's go see what this looks like before. Let's go see what this looks like before I break this lip. To see if I want to break the lip, but I want to make sure. Oh, I don't know. What about the fuel clamps on? I don't know what they look like. I don't know what they look like. I could probably just make something before the time. I could honestly just make something by the time I go look for something. I mean, hell, I drove an hour today to get damn power steering pump hoses made. After I called them and said, do y'all make power steering pump hoses? Oh, yeah, we make them. And I drove an hour and got there. Oh, yeah, we don't do those. Those are cars. Those are automotive. We do stuff for heavy equipment, bulldozers and shit like that. And I'm going, so I drove an hour up there and an hour back. So that's 2 hours that shot the wad this morning. After I called. Need to cut this in a little shoulder. This one's too wide. Oh, you got it upside down, stupid. Where's my tape measure? I'm glad I didn't break it. Because if I'd have broke it, then I wouldn't be able to cut it. All right, let's go shear this one down. Let's go shear this one. Yeah, I mean, I literally, it's not like that place is right up the street. So I literally, oh shit, I about walked y'all back there. Y'all hang tight. Probably. Yeah, sure does. Yeah, it still works. Sure does. I got it at the Goodwill. I went and picked it up and they cut the cord off of it. And I said, what'd you cut the cord off for? And they said they was afraid somebody's gonna plug it up. I put the cord back on it and it works. But I got my buffing compound stuff in it. I got all my buffing stuff in it. I'm just gonna make another piece. I can't trim it down, so it needs to be 2 inches. I can't get it in my shear far enough to shear it. We'll just use this one at the fuel pump. So we'll just make another one. All right, let me get this piece of metal. So we need a 3-inch piece with a 1-inch lip. That's what we need. So, well, we need yeah. Three-inch piece. That'll work. What's up, Calvin? All right, let's see if this right here works. If it does, we'll drill the holes and then we'll break the end to put a little pressure on it. Damn, I should have made it an inch. Ah. We'll put this one over the fuel pump. We'll make another one. We'll make that one an inch. We'll put this one over a fuel pump. This one works good. Trial and error, man. Trial and error. What's up, Mike? What's up, Boogie? Just making some fuel line covers. The next one we make is going to be 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. It's going to be 1 and 1 or 1 and 1 and a quarter. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. If I had a magnet tip, I wouldn't have to worry about that, would I? Send it. Now, let's go make another one. But this damn time, we're going to make that son of a gun an inch. We're going to put a tape measure on it. And we're going to see how wide that gap is. Inch and a half. If we make one with an 1.5 inch lip with a 1 inch flange, or yeah, if we make one with an inch and if we make 1.5 inches with a 1/2 inch flange, we should be good. So we're gonna make it 1/2 inch lip for the bolt, 1.5 inches to hold it. So 1/2 inch, then we're gonna make it all right. We're gonna shear it at 2 inches, then we're gonna break it at a 1/2 inch. And that will give us an 1.5 inch flange. Let's try that. Let's try that. Yeah, it's gotta be. I gotta get this thing done. I'm gonna take my brake apart. I'm gonna take this thing apart and adjust the knives on it because it's not bending 100% like it's supposed to. Little baby, little baby. Up, down, 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 up, down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That'll work. Let's go put some screws in it. Let's go put some hoes in it. Let's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes. Oh, wrong show. 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 I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Wrong show. Ain't that type of party. Not that type of party. Most of y'all probably don't even know that song. Some of you do. Some of you probably do. Most of you don't. You boys is funny. All right. It's gonna be a wonderful day. See, the problem is my head was in the way and I need an extension, I think. I need to back up off of it a little bit. Somebody's out there probably saying, what in the hell is he doing? And my question to you is, exactly, what in the hell is he doing? I know. Some days you win some days you don't. Some days you feel like a nut. Some days you don't. I know this motherfucker right here is getting on my goddamn nerves. Oh, me! Today is not JG's day. Should have stayed in bed and eat damn chicken noodle soup. That's for damn sure. Today is not my day. Today I'm not pissing excellence. I'm pissing fucking vinegar. That's for damn sure. For damn sure. Why are you wobbling your ass out of the hole? It ain't like you damn been around the goddamn block. It's prom night, baby. It ought to stay. Lord have mercy. What'd I do? Go out with your mama instead of you? Sweet Lord. It's prom night. It ain't village night. Stay in the God blessed hole. Y'all gonna make me. You gonna make me. I have no idea why it keeps doing that. I don't know. It's about to. Ah! Give it to me, goddammit. Give it to me. If you won't give it to me, I know your damn sister will. God, son of a gun. Your damn sister's a damn freak. She puts a damn light bulb in her mouth like Fester Adams and makes that son of a bitch come on in the middle of the night. I ain't even got to look for her. All I gotta do is follow the damn buzzing sound. Bzzz. Son of a gun, I swear y'all gonna make me, you're gonna make me be a bad person online, and I'm just telling you. I have no idea. I'm like literally no idea. Like, I bet somebody just come to the channel and they probably thinking, this is a dumbass. He can't even get a damn screw in. He is a dumbass. I promise you I'm not a dumbass. But I tell you what you're fixing to see. You about to see me get the damn welder out and weld that cock maggot son of a gun on here. I swear I'm about to be done for the day. I'm about to be done for the day. I'm fitting to be like Medea. Me time, Cora? Me time? What do you mean, me time? I didn't ask for no me time while I was down there at the damn stripper pole trying to put you through school, get you some damn training bras and some goddamn braces and shit. Me time? When all them dirty ass... That's what I thought, you cocksucker son of a gun, you mother humper of a baby's elephant. All right, you done embarrassed me enough on damn television, I promise you. You get mad, you just do it one more time. Do it one more time. Do it one more time and see what happens. Oh, see, I'm telling you right now. Y'all want to see the lifestyle of JG? This is me during the day when the camera ain't on. This ain't me. I be talking all kinds of shit. Son of a mother. Let me take this extension off. You can't be long stroking it. We need to get down there short like a viney weenie so we can get it in there. Oh, you son of a gun. I promise you. Act up one more time. One more time. And I'm going to drag you out with the daggone tractor down to the woods. Pour gasoline inside of you and set you on fire and eat roast marshmallows. I guess that got you, didn't it? Told you I was going to put that. I ain't even going to waste my 93 octane on you. I'm going to put that damn 81 bullshit on you. You see? I thought I had the mute button on. That's what she said. John, don't be telling my personal business out on here, John, or we ain't gonna be friends no more. Look, the other 8 went in fine. The other 8 went in fine. The other 8 went in fine. Hey, John, at least I didn't put a damn sheetrock screw in it. At least I didn't put a damn sheetrock screw. Oh, it was tight. It was like viney weenie tight. Now, let me show you what I was doing before I got on the end of this episode. It was about to lose my religion like Madonna. Hey, do y'all know that song? Do y'all know that song that Madonna come out with? Praying on my knees. Y'all know that song? Y'all know that song? Or Pole Barnes, yeah. Do y'all know that song Madonna come out with? I'm on praying knees. I'm praying. Y'all know? Ooh, ooh, ooh. What's up, square body? Where in the hell did you slide in here? I thought you was in the damn deer stand. Don't do it. See, that's what we was doing. Look, that's what we was doing. Putting them look, I missed one. I missed one. I missed one. Or he got so damn scared. I don't know what that was. Something just bit me. Fucking cocksucker. That's what we was doing, John. That's what I was doing. I was putting a shield up to protect the gas lines. And I was putting a shield up to, that's what we was doing. That's what we was doing, John. Something did. It was a goddamn screw. I don't know what it was, but something jumped up and bit me right in the butt. Right in the buttocks. They let me eat ice cream. Bubba wanted to be a shrimp captain. Send it. Shrimp combo. I think that looks good. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. That looks good. I don't care what nobody says. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Fried shrimp. Captain Dan, I got his legs back. Let's see. Look, Jay, channel self-tappers. Yeah. All right, so we got a little bit accomplished today. We drove 2 hours to get no power steering pump lines made. That was disappointing. We did get the hot wire run from the battery to the back. We got the drive gear put in the transmission. We have filled up the transmission with transmission fluid. We have installed the speedo cable. We've made an appointment with the exhaust shop on December 8th. Go to the exhaust shop. We have got the line put on the backside of the power steering pump. So now we just got to get some hoses. Me and Mike collaborated today, and cars. I'll give a shout out. And Mike actually told me what those threads were. I got the stuff. I got the stuff to make my own hydraulic lines and my brake lines. I have a hydraulic maker for brake lines, power steering lines, AC lines. I have all that stuff. But what I didn't have was that right there. I didn't have that fitting. I didn't have that. So when I called Viking Hoses, which is about an hour north of me, and I said, do y'all make power steering pump hoses? Do y'all make power steering hoses? They said, absolutely. So I drove an hour to them, and when I got there, I says, I need this, and I give them a template that I made out of a clothes hanger. I bent what I needed. I said, I need a hose made like this with swivel ends. I need it to go 6 on this end, and I need it on that end. And he's like, we don't have those fittings. Those are automotive. I said, well, I called and asked, do y'all do power steering pump hoses? Oh, yeah, we do it for like skid steers and motor graders and tractors and bobcats and shit like that. And I'm like, well, we can do you 6 Well, the 6 ain't going to do me no good. Ain't going to do me no good whatsoever. Yeah, I got that Master Cool tool. Yep. So, no, I don't have no Parker store. I ain't even got no damn Napa. And so these fittings you can order from Speedway Motors that goes from Mike could tell you this is IPM-18, and I think it's IPM or some shit like that, -18, which is 5/8, and -12, which is 1/2 inch, to 6AN. So Speedway has those fittings, and they're like $25 or $30, but then I have to get high pressure hose and the fittings, so I can go from 6AN to 6AN, because that's what's on this power steering pump is 6AN. So that was a bust, but like I said, I got the power wire from the battery to the back of the car, so it charges the battery in the trunk. Got the transmission drive gear in, made the appointment for the exhaust. We just made the brackets to hold the fuel lines up. Got transmission fluid in. It's supposed to be 70 degrees Wednesday. So Wednesday, I'm going to paint the bottom of the hood and the bottom of the deck lid. And I'm going to lay the carpet out in the sunshine so it gets all nice and warm and fuzzy. So we can put it in the car. And then once all that's done, we're going to bleed the brakes while it's on the jack stands. We're going to bleed the brakes. Once all that's done, we're going to put the front seat in. That's it. IFM. That's it, Mike. That's right. What's up, 84? Then we're going to put the dry shaft in. I have new U-bolts or U-straps for the dry shaft. I have those ordered for the rear end because I didn't want to use the old ones. They looked like they was gnarly as hell, so we're just going to put new ones in. They wasn't but a few dollars. And then we're going to bleed the brakes. And then we're going to put the carpet in it and put the front seat in it. We got the throttle fixed. I got to readjust the detent cable, and then get it off the jack stands, put it on the floor, and I'm gonna get about 5 gallons of fuel, put some fuel in it, and see if I can get the gas gauge to work. Hopefully get the gas gauge to work. I got the wire hooked up. I can touch it and the gauge will move. I don't know if the float in the tank will make it move. It looked like a new float in the tank, but we don't know if it actually works. So we're gonna see with that. And then put the strap back on the steering column and put the steering wheel back on and fire this pig up. Now oh yeah, we gotta flush the radiator out. So Thursday it's supposed to be pretty too. So what we're gonna do is check the brakes, make sure everything's good. I'm hoping by Friday I can crank this joint up. I'll have to work the throttle because the O2 sensor won't be in the exhaust, and I might have to do a little pat to see if I can get it to move forward, and then check the brakes, and then put it in reverse, back it up, check the brakes, and then we'll go from there. And then just tidy up a few things, pull it out there on the runway, crank it up, let it get the temp, flush the radiator out, flush the engine out, and go from there. So Thursday's Turkey Day. Turkey Day? What are you talking about? We don't have winter turkey season. Our turkey season is in April. Oh, we don't do Thanksgiving. Yeah, we don't do Thanksgiving, unfortunately. What's up, Tim? So, I don't know how somebody called me. I got my phone. I got Wi-Fi calling turned off. I don't know. All right, let me show you something else. I did draw up the C-notch last night. I got to do a little tweaking. There's the C-notch. I cut it out of 18 gauge. I got to do a little bit. This radius right here is a 4-inch radius. I'm going to drop it down to a 2-inch radius. So I'm going to go in there and redraw it. What's up, Elko? And I'm going to take this out right here, this radius. I'm probably going to go from right here to like right here and then cut that off. There's the C-notch. So that's that. I've already had somebody hit me up. They want to buy the DX file. somebody wants to go ahead and buy the file from me. So I gotta change the radius of this a little bit. That's too big of a radius, and I gotta change the radius on that. But I think I did all right. With the canvas mode. Well, Roger, I'll explain why we don't do Thanksgiving. My wife's great-grandma that raised her, she died on Thanksgiving. She died on November 27th on Thanksgiving Day. Then, in January 28th, my little boy died. He was 6 years old. He died on the 28th. So, we just don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Now I'll cook, but I'll cook, but just won't cook a turkey. That's that. So, we tried to do it a couple years ago, do the whole thing, the turkey and all that mess, and everybody just wasn't feeling it. So, my wife told me, she said, whatever you want to cook, but no turkey. And she don't eat ham, so I could cook ham. I could do a ham. But, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, on the 27th, so they don't, yeah, sorry, Mac, yeah, so they don't. So, man, I'm about chickened out, man. Grits and red, man. Yeah, grits and red. Hey, what about some damn what about some weenies and kraut and some cornbread? Kraut and weenies and cornbread. Hey, now we talking. Prime rib? Yes. Now we talking prime rib. So, yeah, if you missed this weekend of shenanigans on the G-Body, y'all go check all that out. I talked to the powder coater today, and a shout out to, once again, Mike, WTF Mike. Mike was telling me about live metal, and I actually talked to the powder coater today, and he says, yes, your guy was absolutely right. You can use live metal, but in very, very thin. Don't he said within an 1/8 of an inch, just no more than 1/8 of an inch. And I said, okay. So, but the chassis has to be completely blasted, or it has to be in raw metal to put that stuff on, because the chassis has to be completely raw metal to put that on, so they don't have to blast it. So that tells me that, and now he told me if there's any spots that I want to use that live metal, to take the wire wheel and DA and sanding pad and clean up the area. For example, he wants me to bring him the center section that I cut out, and he wants to powder coat it orange, just to see how it's going to do. He's already, probably one day next week, I'm going to take all this stuff to him, and they're going to powder coat all this orange. So he said they prime it. They put a high build powder coat primer down, and then they put the powder down, and then they put high gloss clear down. So he says it covers up a lot. So, but the nicer you make it, the nicer it'll be. So what I was talking about is like places like this right here. You still gonna run 2 battery banks for the high? Yeah, batteries. You're still running 2 battery banks. No, I'm running 6 batteries. No, Elko, running 6 batteries. 3 batteries on this side and 3 batteries on that side. I'm running 6 batteries total. So what I was talking about is places like this right here, like that. Now, you won't be able to see none of that because the car will be sitting on top of it. Yeah, so the only thing, honestly, the only thing that you're going to see is the bottom of the chassis. Look, man, I am took over by Granddaddy Longlegs. There's one over there, there's one over there, there's one over there, and there's another one. There's four Granddaddy Longlegs. So you're not going to be able to see nothing except the arch and the front and inside the engine bay. That's pretty much it. And the bottom of the car when it's racked up on 3-wheel or if it's on a lift. Or if it goes, look, there's another one. Look, there's another one right there. So with that being said, it might not be necessary. That stuff's like $80 a gallon. He did tell me something that Mike didn't tell me. He said, man, once you open that stuff, you need to get all the air out of the can. When you seal it, pull it up because it's air activated. It's like POR 15. So we'll just have to see. That high build primer got metal in it too. So yeah, so they're gonna put high build primer on it anyway, powder coat primer. So he said, just get it, just clean up, he said, when you weld all your welds, look, there's another one. Look, I'm telling you, these sun guns is everywhere. Look, there's another one. Look. He says, like, just clean it up really good. And he says, just DA over it, make it nice. So that's what we're going to do. Because they're going to media blast it and then they're going to dip it. And then they're going to bake it to dry it out. And then they're going to high build primer it. Then they're going to put the candy color on it. And then they're going to put high gloss clear on it. Yeah. Yeah, Mike. They're going to put high gloss clear on it. Yep. Mean 3 batteries in 1 bank for the rear. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to hook up the. Oh, I'm sorry, Oko. I didn't understand what you were saying. I don't know how I'm going to hook the batteries up yet. I'm running 6 batteries. I don't know if I'm going to run 2 batteries to the back or I don't know yet. I hadn't got that far yet. Yeah, they are clear. Yeah, check out Diamond Dust Clear. Check it out. Diamond Dust Clear. Check it out. It's a powder coat clear. I take it as a powder coat clear. Let me write that down. Is it supposed to be like the cat's meow? Yeah, we could, yeah. I want to do another chassis. I want to do another box chassis, yeah. Sparkles like them. Well, I don't know. Did I send you the color that I'm going with, Mike? Did I send you the color? Look, there's another one. Look. Did I send you the color? Like the actual color? I know I showed it to you on picture, but the actual link to Primestic powder coats. Yeah. It's that orange, but it's that orange but Primestic powder coats have come out with a tangerine candy twist orange. Because I took a picture of that and I emailed it to them. And then they emailed me back and it says, that color looks like these 2 colors, you pick. Then they sent me a video and then I was like, yep, that's it right there. And it's like, the cat's meow. So, yeah, so I ordered I don't know how many pounds. We ordered enough to do everything. So, like I said, enough to do the tray, the frame, the chassis, and all the battery racks is getting orange, right? Then the upper and lower control arms, they're probably going to get that chrome color there. And then the springs, I don't know what color did we decide the springs? I can't remember. And then the link bars. So, what's up, Carolina? What's up? I don't know, Kids Roller. I don't know what that name is. I don't know what that name is. But anyways, so I got to get the link bars, the chromoly link bars. I was looking at Swag Off-Road, and they have a do-it-yourself kit. If I buy a set, they're like $800 from this other company. But Off-Road, Swag Off-Road, they do like rock crawler stuff. So you can buy link bars that one end's already made, and then they're cut to fit, and they're chromoly tubing, and all you do is just weld the other piece up, and they're adjustable. So I looked at they have a do-it-yourself kit, which saves you a little bit of money. So I got to get those. I got to go see the guy. I got to go talk to the guy about the rear end, but I'm going to take the rear end apart. I'm going to pull the pumpkin out. I'm going to pull the axles out. I'm going to do all that stuff and just take him to housing and tell him, look, I need this cut down to a G-body, and I need you to go ahead and, so what I'm going to do on the 9-inch is I'm going to take the pumpkin out, take the gears out, take the axles out, wash it, clean it up real good, and then I'm going to go ahead and build the brace. I'm going to brace up the top, and I'm going to brace up the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some C-channel, do that, and then I'm going to take it to him and say, look, I need you to put the lower mounts, and I need you to put the upper mounts for the G-body on this 9-inch, and let him go ahead and do it. He's got the jig to do it. But on the top of the 9-inch, I'm going to brace it. So I'm going to do that before I take it to him. So I'm going to plate it and make a arch for the top, to tie the top in, and I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. And then when he puts the drop legs for the lower link bars, he can put those on, and then he can put the 2 ears on the top for the links. And then when I get it back, then I'll take a piece of C-channel, and then run it across the top of the rear end and tie the top of the tube in and the bottom of the tube in. I'll box it in with C-channel, and then we'll weld the power balls on there. What's up, Angie? So that's where we're at on that. But pretty much, and I got to get some 30 wire. They said at Tractor Supply they got some coming in, and they said when it gets in, they're supposed to call me. So when they get the 030 wire in, then I'm going to weld all this up with 030. And by doing that, I can turn my heat down a little bit and turn my wire speed up a little bit. And everything else has been tacked with 23. So I want to weld everything in with 30. So they're supposed to be getting some wiring in. So that's about it on that. So it's dark 30, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to go in here and modify this. I'm just going to take this out a little bit, and then I got to get some metal. I got to get at least a 4x4 sheet of 11 gauge so I can cut that arch out, and then cut the arches out in the front, and cut the, I probably got enough to cut the belly pan out, and that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm going to plate, honestly. I don't think I'm going to plate this. I don't. See, Elko. I don't think I'm going to plate this. I don't think it's going to need it. Honestly, I don't think it's going to need it, because I'm not doing none of that. doing hopping and standing up on the bumper. I'm not doing none of that shit. But I am going to I did have an idea for where the sway bar come out, make a bracket, and then bend some chromoly tubing. And instead of being a sway bar, it'll be a piece of chromoly tubing that goes from that rail to that rail. I am going to plate this just so it's uniformed up to here. I have to fill in these cat ears, so I have to make a piece. And keep it below. Have to keep it below this bolt line. So from about right here to right there, I need to weld this up, and then I'm gonna clean all these welds up, and I'm gonna re-weld that, and then I think, yeah, I got to box this in. So where this is at, I'm gonna trim this back, and then I'm gonna plate it from here all the way across and connect that to that. You're probably right, Mike. You're probably right. But see, I got to make sure I put these holes. Those holes are for the part. Those are for the rack. Yeah, if I do this way, this will have to be a piece, and then this will be a piece, and then I'll have to weld it, and then we'll have to clean it up. I seen one last night, boy. It looked like the one I seen last night, they only brace it from like right here. They went from here. They went from there. They didn't even go across here. They just went to right here and they killed it. And then they went from right here and they went around. No, I'm not doing nothing like that, man. I ain't doing nothing like that. And then the chromoly tubing. They make a G-body stiffening kit, and there's really nothing to it. I mean, they really go from that pocket back there to right there. That's literally all they do. They go from there to there, and then from there to there, and that's pretty much it. And then they run a piece of chromoly. It's not even chromoly tubing. It's just 1.5 inch heavy wall tubing, or pipe, or whatever you want to call it. They went from here across, and then made the center section removable for the transmission, and that's pretty much it. And man, they wanted like $900 for that junk. They wanted like $900 for that, and I was like, no. So I did figure up, if I was to build a 6-point roll cage, it would take if I was to build a 6-point roll cage, it would take 28 feet to build a 6-point roll cage. 28 to 32 feet, depending on how you build it. So this chromoly tubing comes in 22-foot sticks. So I figure if I got 2 sticks, so if you went from there to there, and then from there to there, if you done it twice, from there to there and from there to there, that's a stick. Just say it's a stick. Now you got a full stick and a drop to do the little diagonal pieces and the transmission cross member piece. Also, I need to take the cylinders with me. I need to take the cylinders with me so I can get a piece of chromoly tubing that cylinder slides in, because I'm gonna have to, right here, probably what I'm gonna, I have to drill a hole. I have to take a hole saw and cut a hole right here. So probably what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take and weld this hole up, center punch it, drill a hole in it for the hole saw, and then take the hole saw so I can use something like that, and then cut a hole out so the DOM tubing can slide through. And then on the bottom side, you'll see it when I flip the chassis upside down. These little tabs right here, I got to cut all these tabs off so that flat disc can lay up in there and weld it in there so the deep cups don't blow the cylinder through the hood. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'll go down there and look at the other G-body, and I'll look and see what can be seen. I'll crawl up underneath it, see what can be seen. And I want it to be nice. So, yeah, that's what I was talking about, Nathan. Just put a piece over this and weld it up, and then center punch it, and then drill a hole so it's a pilot hole for the hole saw. I think it's 1.5 inches. I think it's 2-inch tubing, 2-inch DOM tubing. I'll have to look because this cylinder has to go into the pipe or the DOM tubing, and then the tubing welds here, and then you have to brace it. So you drop the tubing in there, and then you brace it across. So the cylinder slides up and down and it don't fall over. And then holly hush your pie hole. And then I'll catch up on the comments here in a second. And then I have to brace this up, weld this piece up, cut this ear off. I'm not listening to it. And then box this in, tie that into that, and then drill these holes out to 5/8. We got the engine mounts in yesterday. And then where the sway bar was, make a bracket and then bend a piece of chromoly tubing to tie the front rails together. A lot of them go right up underneath here somewhere and take a piece of square tubing and just weld it from rail to rail. But we'll just have to see. We'll have to go look on the other car to make sure we'll have to go down there and look at the other car and make sure there's nothing in the way if I put a piece of tube in there. But what I would do is I would make some tabs, a bracket, and then and probably just bend, radius the ends of the pipe, the DOM tubing, just make it look like a hook, and then weld it to this to there. That's there. Oh yeah, he probably is. Look at him. Oh yeah, he's about to be famished. Look at him. Look at him. He's just famished. I mean, he's so weak he can't even walk. I mean, look at him. That son of a gun ain't damn starving. No, I'm running 8s in the front and 10s in the back. I'm running 8-inch cylinders in the front, 10-inch cylinders in the back. 8s and 10s. 8s and 10s. All right, boys and girls, it's been a great afternoon. How's a dirty boy. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody tapping in. It's dark 30, so I got to call my buddy and see if he's out of the woods. I've had my phone on silent. I don't know if he's harvested anything. I went and helped another buddy this morning drag out 2 deer this morning. So that I helped him. So he told me I'd call him. I told him I'd call him about 6:30. So it's 6:20 now. So he don't come out of the woods until 6. So maybe we'll have to go out there and drag in some turkey dinner in there. Boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Remember what I said. Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. But God